Milbank is a small town, 3,300 people, in the northeast part of South Dakota. I grew up in Milbank. I was a native of the community. My family moved. I went away to the East Coast for college and career. So 20 years after my family left, the local Grant County Economic Development Corporation invited me to speak at their annual banquet. And I had to make this critical decision of, am I honest from a place of deep, deep love and affection, or do I just give a good talk? And I came in and I gave the honest talk, and a lot of challenging things, a lot of negative things, right? The place isn't as open to women as it should be, or young people. It's not as creative as it could be, or as innovative as it might be. And so that was the challenge I left at their doorstep in that session. Milbank was at a crossroads of the choice they were going to make as a community. Is their community story going to be one of what they're lacking and what once was? Or are they going to be a community that talks about the possibility that it still exists and what they might become? And it took about 5 minutes of some deep brow furrowing and head scratching. And then one of the chief cheerleaders in the community said, so what are we going to do about it? What do we need to change? What money needs to be raised? What ideas need to be hatched? Because this is an amazing community with its best years ahead of it. There are too many parts of this world that have been explored and defined and built. There are few places yet where you get to go and actually make an impact and help write the next chapter. And I get to be a part of that here. The community of Milbank gets to be a part of that. So I think what we see is energy. We see TEDx Milbank now officially licensed. There's going to be some large-scale creative events, art installations. There's a talk of a park down on Main Street, conversations around a women's leadership cohort that I'm really excited about. There are so many small things, and they all add up to something really extraordinary for the community. And throwing something like this in the mix, the Aha Moment Tour, is just a cherry on top of a really beautiful Sunday right now. So today was our opportunity to attempt to jumpstart, to provide that spark to the celebration.
You received the first You'll Like Milbank Award of the day.
Wow.
Of the Celebrate Milbank Day.
And you guys are going to be meandering all over Milbank today?
Yeah, so we've got a couple of folks that I'd like to track down during the day, but otherwise the hope is to just go and share a little bit of joy, but also give a pat on the back to the community.
And if you see us around town, feel free to stop by, tell us why you love Milbank, and we will be excited to record.
There you go.
So we've been running from the radio station to the insurance building to the Millstone restaurant, throwing mini parties for people that deserve it, a community that deserves it.
So we are at the city offices and visitor center. We're about to go celebrate Bobby Bolin, who's the executive director of the Economic Development Corporation. She was the one who, more than anyone, who said, let's actually look in the mirror, see what people think about our community.
This is the most excitement I've lived in this office in a very long time.
You have won an award today.
On behalf of Mutual of Omaha's Aha Moment Tour, we would like to present you with an award for inspiring friendship for all of us. Here you go.
One-of-a-kind buttons for both of them. Surprise! You got an award!
I've never surprised a board meeting before, but we'll see how it goes.
There's 13 people in there. They have no idea. We're really excited.
What Milbank is doing is working towards the community that it's meant to become. And there's something in that journey that no matter where it ends up, it's going to be fruitful and fulfilling and challenging and complicated, but ultimately is going to lead to rich, rich lives for the people that live here and the people that have the just good fortune of getting to come through.